We're going to begin with the honorable mention citations. The 2016 Gavel Award honorable mention for documentaries goes to The Hunting Ground, Chain Camera Pictures. The Hunting Ground powerfully exposes the endemic of rape on college campuses. The documentary features extensive interviews with courageous college rape survivors willing to go public with their stories. Its filmmakers are to be lauded for their extraordinary efforts to highlight this systemic problem, one which demands significant changes at the nation's institutions of higher learning. Let's watch a brief clip from the documentary.
I got a call from the Dean of Admissions asking if you were to get into Harvard, would you accept? And I said yes, because I knew my mom would kill me if I said anything else.
The first few weeks, I made some of my best friends, but 2 of us were sexually assaulted before classes had even started.
I went to the Dean of Students' office, and she said, I just want to make sure that you don't talk to anyone about this.
They protect perpetrators because they have a financial incentive to do so.
The problem of sexual assault on campuses is enormous.
I think it's fair to say that they cover these crimes up.
There's a lot of victim blaming.
He lectured us about how we shouldn't go out in short skirts.
They told me, despite the fact that I had a written admission of guilt, that what I presented to them could only prove that he loved me.
Universities are protecting a brand.
Campus police cannot contact an athlete.
He won the Heisman Trophy with his DNA rape kit.
Just sit down with the students and ask them, where are the hot spots?
SAE, sexual assault expected.
Her rapist's name matched the name of 2 other cases, and he was allowed back on campus.
The message is clear. You're not going to win.
We started seeing, what was happening at campuses across the country. Why has no one connected the dots before?
These students went from sexual assault victims to survivors and now activists.
My name is Carolyn Luby.
My name is Alexa Schwartz.
My name is Ari Mostov.
This is a national problem.
We are fed up!
Accepting the honorable mention certificate are Director Kirby Dick, Director Writer, and Amy Ziering, Producer.
Two years ago, you similarly honored our last film, The Invisible War. That film and this one, combined with the works of survivors, advocacy groups, students, lawyers, high-profile legal cases like the Bill Cosby case, have together succeeded in effecting a sea change in our discourse on sexual assault. And for the first time in my lifetime, for once, the blame for these crimes is being more rightfully placed first on the perpetrators instead of the victims. We dedicate this award to all the women and men in our film who had the courage and audacity to speak with us on camera about one of the most difficult moments in their lifetime. Isn't it sad that reporting a crime is an audacious act? I want in particular with this award to give a shout out and thanks to one of the most audacious and remarkable women I've ever had the privilege of meeting, and you just saw her, Camila Willingham, an African-American woman who dared speak on camera, not for self-aggrandizement or acclaim, as is so ubiquitous in our TV reality days, but simply to protect others from coming to harm. Given the conversations our country is currently so importantly engaged in, I mention that she is African-American, as I cannot tell you the number of men and women of color who spoke with us off camera, but not on. So fearful were they of retribution and reprisal, and so weary of fighting so many other daily battles that they felt they didn't have the strength or ability to speak out on this one. After appearing in our film, Camila, not surprisingly, received a considerable amount of vicious blowback and vitriol. Again, not an accident that the most prominent African-American woman featured in our film was one of the persons who was most prominently and wrongly attacked. But what's surprising is that leading the charge was 19 of her Harvard law professors, who rather than attack her in order to protect their privilege and reputation, should instead have been thanking her for her courage and leadership and vowing to do better. Thank you to the American Bar Association for giving these films and voices like Camila's the significant and game-changing recognition they deserve. We accept this award on behalf of all those who have suffered these crimes and are so deeply grateful to be receiving it, because you have let them know they are finally believed, supported, and no longer invisible. Thank you.